Hello friends and welcome to this week's edition of Dandy TV. Coming up, we've got the latest from the Dandy newsroom, your jokes, and I'll be giving you a little bit of insight into the best games, consoles and technology that you want to get your little mitts on in 2013. But before all that, it's time for the news at Dan. Chris? Thank you very much, Chris. We start with the news that the Mona Lisa has been arrested after a string of robberies in Paris. The Mona Lisa has reacted angrily, insisting she's been framed. A cat has been put in charge of deciding what colour to paint the fourth rail bridge. He's decided to paint it purple. Sports news now, and the World Karate Championships have been won by a pig called Arnold. He beat his opponent in the final bout by using a pork chop. And finally, exciting news in the Cohen household. My iPhone is getting married. It's been dating a Samsung Galaxy for over 14 months now, and I'm pleased to say it's engaged. That's it for your news at Dan. Dan. Yeah, that's the last week I'm going to do that. That's what games were like in the old days. Coins bigger than him, unrealistic. Still, we love video games and new technology here at the Dandy. If you ask me, this is the year PlayStation 2 makes its comeback. But in case I'm wrong, we've come here to IGN.com to speak to our friends Dan and Rich and find out what they think we'll be seeing in 2013. Fact me up, experts.
Hi, I'm Daniel from IGN, and this is
Richard.
We spend all our days playing video games, so we're going to tell you the top 5 things to look forward to in 2013 if you like video games. So number 5 on our list is Lego games. Now, Lego games are really popular, they do really well, but 2013 is a little bit different when it comes to Lego games. You're not going to get games based on movies like Harry Potter or Pirates of the Caribbean. They're going to be more original kind of games, aren't they, Rich?
Yep. Well, this one that's coming out is Lego City Undercover. It's kind of like an open world game. You get to go around flying helicopters, you get to build some ships. Sounds really fun.
Yeah, and it's a Nintendo exclusive, so you'll be playing it on your Wii U if you've got one for Christmas, as we recommended, and you got a DS, so a 3DS I should say, and you play as a cop and you solve crimes and use the gamepad to pick up clues and basically catch bad guys. So the second Lego game we're going to talk about is Lego Pikmin, which is based on Lego's new toy range, which is an original property for them, and it's based on magical creatures that can talk and like they fight a civil war, and there's Lego lions and crocodiles, and there's 3 games. So the first one is an adventure game, and that's out on 3DS and Vita, and it's called Larval's Journey. And it's basically it's probably like a platformer adventure game. We don't know much about it yet, but it looks quite exciting. And it's made by the same people who make all the other Lego games you love. Okay, and then the second game is called Speedos. And do you want to tell us about that, Rich?
Well, Speedos is available on iOS, so you can play it on an iPhone or an iPad if you got that, or if your mum and dad's got one of those.
And yeah, so these 2 games are important because they unlock things in the third game, which is Legends of Kaima Online, which is coming out in autumn. And now you play that on your computer, on your PC or Mac, and it's going to be like an online kind of World of Warcraft style game. But everything you do in those other 2 games unlock things in this new third game, and that's coming out in autumn.
Number 4 on our list is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Now this is a 3DS title, and you play as Luigi going around loads of different mansions doing a bit of ghost hunting.
Yeah, so it's a sequel to the 2001 GameCube game. So you're playing Mario's brother, and he goes around equipped only with a vacuum cleaner, and he has to hoover up ghosts. It's called the Phantom Buster, and he just like sucks up ghosts and he solves puzzles.
He does indeed. What I really like about this one is that you get so many different types of ghosts in the game, and you've got to be very kind of careful on all the different ghosts that you capture. So each one you do is going to be different.
I mean, what's better than hunting ghosts on your portable handheld device while on a bus? At number 3 is another Nintendo favourite. It's Pikmin 3. It's another sequel, but it's on the Wii U. If you've got a Wii U, you're going to love this. And now you play as little astronauts that land on a planet, and you find little plant-like creature alien things that you can hoard and control, and you throw them and they solve puzzles, and different ones have different abilities. So you'll find a little rock Pikmin that can break down walls, and that's coming out later this year as well for Wii U.
Tearaway comes in at number 2. Now this is for PS Vita, and what I really like about this game is it uses everything that the Vita has to offer.
Yeah, the Vita hasn't had many games on it thus far, but what's really interesting about the Vita is it's got 2 touch screens, it's got one on the front, one on the back, it's got a camera, and it's a game that takes advantage of all that stuff. So it's got a papercraft kind of style, so everything looks like it's made out of paper and colourful card. So you can say in the game you meet an animal and that animal doesn't have any colour on it, you can take a picture with your Vita and you can put that texture onto the animal. If your character Iota, who is a little messenger and he has to go on a mission, if he's on like a trampoline, you can touch the rear touch panel and he will bounce up into the air, or your fingers will even appear in the game and you'll be able to manipulate objects and solve puzzles.
I think that sounds really fun.
Yeah, and it's been made by Media Molecule, and if you play Little Big Planet, you'll know their name because they made all the Little Big Planet games on PS3.
So it's just a big paper world, lots of exploring to do.
Yeah, it looks probably, if you've got a PlayStation Vita, it's the one game you probably want to buy this year. So in at number 1, well, we don't really have much information on this, but it's the very real possibility that there'll be a new Xbox and a new PlayStation announced this year. Now, the smart money's only on one of them coming out this year, I would think, and I would probably say that is the Xbox.
I'd have to agree there as well. I think obviously the other console will be the PS4, PlayStation 4, but this year, not so sure.
Yeah, so I think the Xbox is probably going to come out for Christmas next year, but expect details on both this June at E3 in Los Angeles. So that's what I'm really looking forward to this year in 2013. What about you, Rich?
I'm really looking forward to that as well. I mean, if the Xbox comes out this year, that would be amazing.
And so back to you, Chris.
Yeah, nice work, guys. Although I think you'll find you missed out teleportation, which we'll all be doing this year at some point, I'm pretty sure. Right, want to hear a joke? What do penguins used to write with? Fountain penguins. Okay, see if you can do better. It's time for your jokes.
What do you call it when a bull and a dog collide? A bulldog.
What do cows play at Christmas? Musical chairs.
A horse walked into the shop and asked for a can of Coke. The shopkeeper said yes, but why the long face?
Those jokes were ace, and if you think you can make us laugh, then send us a video of your jokes to jokes@dandy.com. Right, I'm afraid that's it for this week's episode, but join us next week for another smashing edition of Dandy TV. Teleporter go! Guys, help, I'm in the bin.